2025 U.S. Open, Lamens 66th versus Swiatek. Second, prediction, odds and match preview. In the round of 64 at the U.S. Open on Thursday, Susan Lamens, ranked number 66, faces IGA Swiatek, number 2. Swiatek is the favorite, minus 10,000, to get to the round of 32 compared to the underdog Lamens, plus 1,700. Tennis odds courtesy of BetMGM Sportsbook. Odds updated Wednesday at 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time. For a full list of sports betting odds, access USA Today Sports Betting Scores Odds Hub. Susan Lamens vs. IGA Swiatek matchup info. Tournament, U.S. Open. Round of 64. Date, Thursday, August 28th. Court surface, hard. Lamens vs. Swiatek prediction. Based on the implied probability from the moneyline, Lamens has a 99% to win. Lamens vs. Swiatek betting odds. Lamens odds to win match, plus 1,700. Swiatek's odds to win match, minus 10,000. Lamens vs. Swiatek matchup performance and stats. Lamens is 10-11 on hard courts this year. Lamens has gone 133-4-216 in service games on hard courts, 61.6% winning percentage, and 77-4-222 in return games, 34.7%. Lamens 73 break points won on 160 total break points on hard courts so far this year, 45.6% winning percentage, ranks 57th. In the tennis in the land, Lamens' most recent tournament, she was defeated 2-6, 7-6, 2-6 by number 37 ranked Sinyu Wang on August 18th in the round of 32. Swiatek has gone 25-6 in 7 tournaments on hard courts this year. Swiatek has won 75.9% of her service games on hard courts and 49.8% of her return games. On hard courts, Swiatek has converted 137 of 255 break points, 53.7%. Swiatek was the last one standing in her previous tournament, the Western and Southern Open, as she advanced to the title match and took down number 9 ranked Jasmine Paolini 7-5, 6-4 on August 18th. Our team of savvy editors independently handpicks all recommendations. If you purchase through our links, the USA Today Network may earn a commission. Prices were accurate at the time of publication but may change. Gambling involves risk. Please only gamble with funds that you can comfortably afford to lose. While we do our utmost to offer good advice and information, we cannot be held responsible for any loss that may be incurred as a result of gambling. We do our best to make sure all the information that we provide on this site is correct. However, from time to time mistakes will be made and we will not be held liable. Please check any stats or information if you are unsure how accurate they are. No guarantees are made with regards to results or financial gain. All forms of betting carry financial risk, and it is up to the individual to make bets with or without the assistance of information provided on this site, and we cannot be held responsible for any loss that may be incurred as a result of following the betting tips provided on this site. Past performances do not guarantee success in the future, and betting odds fluctuate from one minute to the next. The material contained on this site is intended to inform, entertain, and educate the reader and in no way represents an inducement to gamble legally or illegally or any sort of professional advice. Gannett may earn revenue from sports betting operators for audience referrals to betting services. Sports betting operators have no influence over nor are any such revenues in any way dependent on or linked to the newsrooms or news coverage. Terms apply. See operator's site for terms and conditions. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call the National Council on Problem Gambling 24/7 at 1-800-GAMBLERNJ-OH, 1-800-522-4700, CO, 1-800-BETSOFFIA, 1-800-9, with ITIN. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Sports betting and gambling are not legal in all locations. Be sure to comply with laws applicable where you reside. It is your sole responsibility to act in accordance with your local laws. The US Open has always been the theater where dreams are made and shattered in equal measure. The roar of Arthur Ashe Stadium, the electricity of the New York crowd, and the aura of the final Grand Slam of the year create a unique crucible where underdogs rise and giants sometimes fall. On Thursday, August 28, 2025, one such story is set to unfold when Susan Lamens, ranked number 66 in the world, steps into the spotlight to take on the towering force of women's tennis, Iga Swiatek, world number 2 and multiple Grand Slam champion. It's a matchup few would have predicted a year ago, but one that embodies the timeless essence of sport, the underdog with nothing to lose against the powerhouse with everything to protect. The players. Susan Lamens, 66, the dark horse. For most casual tennis fans, Susan Lamens might be an unfamiliar name. But for those who've tracked the WTA Tour closely, the Dutchwoman's rise has been steady and impressive. 2025 has been her breakthrough year, a maiden WTA title in Osaka, a gritty run to the quarterfinals in Budapest, and her first WTA 1000 win at Indian Wells. Each result, while modest compared to the legends she now faces, has steadily built her confidence. Lamens isn't a player who overwhelms opponents with power or serves aces by the dozen. Instead, her game is built on resilience, court coverage, and tactical awareness. Her ability to adapt mid-match has earned her several notable upsets this season. Coming into New York, she was brimming with quiet confidence, and her first-round win against American Valerie Glozman was crisp, dropping just 6 games and never appearing rattled under the spotlight. But now she faces the Everest of her career. To defeat Swiatek at a slam would be to etch her name in tennis folklore. Iga Swiatek, the Titan. If Lamens represents hope, Iga Swiatek represents inevitability. The Polish star has established herself as one of the most complete players in modern tennis. A master of heavy topspin forehands, devastating returns, and ice-cold mental toughness, she has already racked up 6 Grand Slam titles, including Wimbledon earlier this year, where she humiliated her opponent in the final with a rare double bagel, 6-0, 6-0. Her 2025 season has been a narrative of redemption. After serving a suspension the previous year, Swiatek stormed back with vengeance, winning Wimbledon and sweeping through Cincinnati without dropping a set. She arrived at the US Open brimming with momentum, dispatching her first-round opponent 6-1, 6-2 in just an hour, a clinical display that screamed one message: I'm here to dominate. Swiatek's ability to sustain intensity across 2 weeks is unparalleled. When she is in rhythm, she suffocates opponents, forcing errors with relentless pressure. Against someone like Lamens, who is still finding her footing at the elite level, that gap in class could become stark. This will be the first ever professional meeting between Lamens and Swiatek. Such encounters often carry an air of unpredictability. Lamens will have nothing to lose, and Swiatek will need to adapt to an unfamiliar game. However, when it comes to Grand Slam pressure, experience matters. Swiatek's record of reaching the later stages of majors makes her the overwhelming favorite. Odds and probabilities. Sportsbooks and analytical models paint a clear picture. Swiatek to win, between -4,000 and -5,000, implying a 95 to 97% probability. Lamens to win, between +2,000 and +2,800, translating to just a 3 to 4% chance. Total games over/under, set around 16.5, indicating bookmakers expect a straightforward 2-set win.